And, you know, just one shots left and right. Extremely broken. Alright, what is up everyone? Let's do my in-depth Rek'sai jungle video. And it's just me going to go into detail about everything you need to know to play this beautiful jungler. And also, with the Rek'sai buffs coming up, I'm going to show you guys some different build paths I can incorporate into the future. And personally, I think she's going to be an extremely strong champion next patch. So, definitely better to learn her now and be prepared to, you know, just know how to play this champion. Also, for paths, very simply, I'm going to... Red buff is your go-to, you know, just always start red buff, Krugs, Raptors. This is your go-to clear. Just gives you the most options on the map. And Rek'sai generally does very well if you're able to kind of get good gank stop. Most importantly is just getting that red buff down. If you're able to get red buff, Krugs, Raptors undisturbed, you're just going to have a million ways to just snowball the map. And that's the big thing about playing Rek'sai is, you know, just kind of snowballing the map. You don't want to pick her... I'm sorry about that. You don't want to pick her without trying to kind of play aggressive and make the most out of the map state, right? If you play Rek'sai, you pick her just to kind of sit back and relax. That's not gonna fly. Your generally thing is you always want to look for something level 3. If you can get the ball rolling level 3, it's just gonna make your life extremely easy. And when you're playing against some matchups, it's important to just snowball those matchups, but also don't let those matchups get snowballed on. Here the enemy bot is playing relatively aggressive. Might be able to gank them here. I think Alien Soul warded here, so I'm just going to try to avoid that ward. Pod up, get a level 3 reverse gank bot. This wall is blue side wall. And we talk about blue side wall is just very advantageous for us to kind of take advantage of that wall. And we just kind of snowball off these kind of early skirmishes rewards. There's always a chance that Rengar tries to counter gank you after a gank like that, but there's always a plan here you can hit to reveal, but also dropping a ward will just kind of tell you all the information you need. Looks like Rengar is actually on the blue. Made him smite. He might not have abilities up, so... Well, I mean, that's just pathetic, Rengar. I mean, I don't even know what to say. That man did not know what he was trying to mess with right there. And you know, whenever someone's doing jungle camps, they always, maybe not always, but relatively, on average, they like to use summoners. Oh, they're generally going to use their abilities to farm. Here we might be able to get another Rengar kill if he's actually here. And that would be really big. Oh, that Yone came in hot. I mean, Syndra, just... don't take a Yuri's use abilities. You know, if she stunned faster there, situation wasn't over. She had flash. She had so many ways to not make me die there, but it is League of Legends. It is the game we play where people like to not do the right thing. Well, anyways, we're gonna go topside here and try to make the best of this situation. I'm decimating this Rengar. I think Rek'sai into Rengar is a free matchup, especially if we build... Also get the Stride Breaker going. It's just going to be impossible for him to ever do anything. If he runs back into this area to fight again, and we're obviously going to have to teach Rengar a very kiddie lesson. And it looks like he might actually walk in here. But without mid-pry, it's a bit risky. But he mid-baits. He might go for like a blue invade. But maybe not here. Could be in the side brush. I don't really check that one, but I'm not going to waste so much time playing a cat and mouse game with a cat. More importantly, we did get all the bot lane sums, so what do we do after getting summoners? We always try to take advantage of that and try to punish the person with no sums. So that's the game plan here. We have our whip. Let's go for the whip buy first. Just a very good buy. Here we don't want to reset the brawl. Ganking Yone is obviously tricky. Ganking top lane, unless my top laner is a very easy champ to gank. Well, unless I'm on red side Rek'sai. You have to understand, Rek'sai is a champ that, based off which side you are, it's where you're going to be playing. So if I was on where Rengar started, if I was on this side, I would easily be able to gank top, but I'm not. So I'm on bot side. What that means is I'm easily able to gank bot, as I showed you level 3. And that's what you're generally going to be doing, is just taking advantage of those really good walls that I showed you earlier. Here I would actually like to invade the Rengar as he tries to farm his bot side, but I don't think it's really going to happen because my bot lane is base. So what we're going to do is actually wait for my bot lane to come back and then maybe look for like a gank or something similar to that, or another invade as well. Invades, generally you want to play them around your laners too. Oh, I might have to back up here. I'm in a bad situation. Looking good though. Looking real good. Sometimes you gotta bait it out to win it out, and that's what we do, baby. We bait it out like no other. And also, you know, knocking up as Rengar jumps on you. What makes this matchup so unbearable for Rengar is, yes, you can interrupt his Q damage. It's a bit hard to time it when you don't have vision, but you can interrupt his damage with your knockup if you manually cast it, which is very, very important for how we want to play the game. Healing is also going to be a big factor as we go into the next patch. We're going to be able to heal a lot off those kind of jungle camps, and that's going to be a big one for us. And there's just going to be a lot of times when we're just going to be full health after doing one camp. Here I could do dragon, but it doesn't really make sense. Why? Because my ball lane just base. I have a lot of money. Timings like this are not ideal for you to do Drake. And while also Herald is up, I always prefer to get to the Herald. I like Herald a lot more than I like dragon. First Herald is very important. It just gives you more options. It gives you more gold. It gives you more experience. So selfishly, it gives you better stats, but also it just gives you the option to break one tower down so easily. And it's actually a bit harder now to one-shot towers than on the previous patch. So always a big win here. I'm just gonna hit it just to make sure Rengar's on it. And once I confirm Rengar's on it, I do want to play aggressive now, because Rengar, I do have my 6. My 6 is very important. Here we're gonna be going hunting for a cat. We have a cat who's in dire situation, and that one's mine, boys. The hunted has become the hunted. I mean, the hunter has become the hunted. Exactly, that's what I meant to say. Here we don't need to do much. Here we're just gonna grab as much money off we can, and just good counterplay, like, good counter ganks by us. That's really important when you're trying to win the game. And hitting that Q, it's really important as Rek'sai. Here I just want to Grom for a bit more cash, but what I mean by that is hitting Rek'sai Q gives you 25 Fury. It makes it much easier to stack up your Fury, and once you have that Fury stacked up, you can use your E at 100% Fury, which is very important. And that's just really good for, bursting people down. That's something you're gonna have to practice a bit, get better at. Here we have enough money for Stridebreaker. And that's the thing about basing in League of Legends, especially as a jungler. It's all about basing when you have enough money for certain items. Usually my plan is always, once I have enough for like a whip, 1100 gold for like a whip, or like 1300 for like this plus boots. This is like a good timing sit back. I never spend too much. I always have an idea of like what I'm trying to farm for to get a base. And if I can farm 2 more camps and have like 1100 for a whip, I base. I'm not going to awkwardly base in situations like that. That's what you need to really practice to get better at. It will help you a lot once you figure out, start counting gold and understanding what timings you're trying to actively base for. Here we invade, we have priority, we have a strong buy. We check his camps out. We walk in deeper. And we just scan the area before we go for the dragon play. Oh, I might be dead here. I should have ulted earlier. And a bit greedy to ulti that. I'm worth way more than a Rengar. But you know, it's just to send a message that for Rengar, it's not, he won't even be safe even in his own jungle. Once he gets that message, it just messes with his confidence. He just becomes much more scared, like a scared little cat. You know, that's how we want him to play. We want him to be scared. And that's why we're going to play this game more snowbally by going into like more aggressive itemization. Instead of going into Cleaver second, which I think is very strong, we're going to snowball it and go into Collector second, which I think is very broken right now. Collector second, I've been having great times building it in general, but also just using it very well with a lot of champions. And even though I'm going Strikebreaker, it's still perfectly okay to go for that kind of Collector build path as we're going to itemize here. I might be able to make a play here if he keeps chasing. Could ulti him here. And that's exactly what we're gonna do here. Oh, I'm surprised he didn't chase me there. Oh my god. Oh my god, he's going for it. Get him, Syndra. That's a free one right there. WWR. Thank god. Oh my god, I almost died to Torpedo. Yeah, Aurelion's still a funny champion. Bro almost chased me like 1,000 yards. I was running for my goddamn life there. And in a new patch, we're gonna see Rek'sai regen actually do something instead of the pathetic amount of healing it does right now. And that will be very game changing, because being able to heal so much in team fights will actually make the Bruiser build very effective. And even now I feel very successful going for the, you know, Strikebreaker first. 10 attack damage has actually been really good for this item. I always felt like if it had a bit more attack damage, it would be really good. It just feels really good on Rek'sai to have that kind of AD. Here I'm going to do the Herald. I'll try to do it fast before Herald's plates fall down, just so I can kind of keep the game going. If I can get it quickly, might be able to drop it. If not, then I'll just save it for later. Looks like we're not going to be able to use it before the plates drop. It's a bit unfortunate. But we might be able to catch this dog of a player, who's the one who tried to kill me earlier. I never forget. Take it, Rengar. Take it. Oh my god, there's a Seraphine. Deleted. Sometimes I feel like Cura from the Depth Note, just deleting people left and right. And it's actually gonna be my collector buy. This is really good for snowballing. I have a few ideas of build paths. I just think collector's so broken that if you want to go like more damage after, this is definitely the go-to. It's very strong for snowballing. Gives you that crit, and Rek'sai actually surprisingly very good with crit. As you can see, when I'm farming jungle, auto attack reset with Qs, empowered Q damage critting is just very strong. So like random crits like boom. All right, that wasn't actually a crit, but generally once you got those crits, you're gonna really see. It's mostly the empowered Q crits like 500, 500, very strong, very strong. And if I want to pair it with another crit item, it's always going to be that mortal reminder later on. And here we know it's just very good for snowballing. Very good for killing specific targets. Ones that I really feel like are squishy. I mean, yeah, it's just good against squishies. No way he jumps on me here. Oh my god, that crit. 15% chance to kill me and he does it. And that's the life of crit. You never know when it's just gonna click. He got lucky. He absolutely got lucky there. I'll never forget it. I'll get you. I'll get you, you dog. This game is a Tabby's game. Why is it Tabby's? Very high auto-based champions. So Tabby's is very good. And you always never buy Tabby's or never buy your tier 2s until you finish your mythic. After your mythic, you can build it whenever you think it's a good game for it. Here, I think it's really good in this kind of situation against 2-3 auto-based champions. And from here, we're just going to make sure we play the map well. Just keep the snowballing going. We have Herald. We can always split push too. We have a good build. We're just snowballing the game. And it's just our build is just very good for that kind of itemization. Very high damage. Very high damage. See if we can catch the soul here. Which way he goes. Knowing a rolling soul probably bases in the same brush he was in. If not, then maybe over here. Unfortunately, no. And also, I didn't really touch on blue Pokemon. I just like it recently for the extra movement speed. Just going around brushes. If I wasn't going to go blue, I would definitely go red. I still really like red Pokemon as well. And, you know, just one shots left and right. Extremely broken. He could try to arm me, but oh, I want you. The crit though. And you know, that's the power of the build. Really high burst. Good against squishy comps. If not against squishies, definitely go for the cleaver. Even against squishies, you can still go cleaver. This is just a bit of a Inori jazz, you know, like you know, you want to jazz up your build. This is the way to really jazz up that build path. He can try to jump on me, but I promise him it won't end as well as he thinks. Crit. Oh my god, true damage for the days. Also extra gold, execute damage. Very, very nice. And you know, we have so much money. You generally go cleaver afterwards anyways, so. Stridebreaker has been feeling really good though. No matter what, guys, we definitely go Stridebreaker now. With the new patch, it's going to be very broken. I look forward to it. I'm going to grind a lot of games out. I'm going to keep updating you guys on the new important build paths. I've been trying out different runes as well. As you can see, I've been going for the sorcery second. I personally had, I feel like the sorcery second actually feels quite good. Water walking plus Nimbus, it just generally feels like it helps me without the claw now, just getting that extra movement speed when I smite people and just being a bit faster. I've been enjoying it a lot. If I wasn't gonna go this, I'd probably go back to the cosmic page, but I just don't like cosmic anymore, mostly because without Prowler's reduction on it, it doesn't really feel as like that important to have. Also, I mean, it wasn't even close, but yeah, without the claw reduction. Also, I feel like I need boots more now with how it's been going, and just being faster with the extra, you know, boots and stuff like that. Very important. But it is looking like the game might already be over. I mean, I'm literally 3 items. The enemy teams, and the most important notes I want you guys to do: red crux raptors into a blue gank into blue side wall, either abusing the wall here. I want you guys to go behind them and wall over to gank the balling, or go here, gank over here the way I did it. That's when they're kind of pushed up and not like getting pushed in too far. That one's very easy to do, so that one, just utilize that. It's going to help you win the games. Red side, you can always abuse this wall from here. Very strong for red side. And you just play for those kills. Play how I was playing early game. Really about my item spikes. When I have enough gold for that whip, I whip it good. and I just kind of play smart around wherever I'm strong, you know. Make sure you do your combos well, and if you do all this, you're definitely, you know, you're just gonna do really well. I hope you guys had liked that video. Just sure like, subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Ciao, ciao.